John Razimus here. I just saw Joker last night, starring Joaquin Phoenix, directed by Todd Phillips. Very highly anticipated adaptation from obviously the Batman universe. I thought it was a pretty cool movie, pretty good movie. There's a few drawbacks, but I'm not going to spoil anything in this review. There will be no spoilers in the review. I tweeted out, just saw Joker. It had a powerful message, even if it's a wrong message. And let's face it, killing people is never the answer. And with a Joker movie, you have to assume there's got to be some death, alright? So, I mean, we see that in the cinema all the time. Die Hard 2, 3, 4, whatever the case. You know, the audience is pretty immune to it. We're pretty jaded to it. But it's pretty strong, there's a strong message in this movie. I'm impressed by the backstory of Arthur Fleck because it can be interwoven into any Batman universe flawlessly. And I noticed Heath Ledger had a journal. We famously know that. You can look it up on YouTube. Heath Ledger had a journal where he had the Clockwork Orange character, Alex DeLarge, as the #1 inspiration for his... Someone's trying to snipe me. I'm in GTA 5 with my Joker-themed character. I thought it'd be a good fitting place to check out. What, I can't enter the police station? That's a ripoff. Speaking of police, you know, there is definitely some this and that here and there. I could see why the NYPD wanted to take precautions, but it's not an anti-cop movie. Despite maybe a scene here or there, anti-police is not the message, and I'm not going to spoil anything. But from what I took away, there's not really an anti-cop message. Uh-oh. We have a jet coming in my direction. I only have 4 missiles. This ain't good. It's anti, and I don't even want to ruin it. It's anti-something, alright? I don't want to spoil anything. But Heath Ledger had a journal. And he had a picture of Alex DeLarge and pictures of different things that he clipped out, and then he made a journal. And that journal of Heath Ledger in real life was part of the inspiration of Arthur Fleck's journal in the movie. It's pretty obvious, and I'm only mentioning that because the Arthur Fleck journal is not a secret. You can see that in the previews. Here we go. Shoot. This guy wants to get me. He has to go under the bridge if he wants to get me.
LSPD!
That's what I'm talking about.
Jesus, just give up! Who's got eyes?
Okay, now I got 2 stars. That's fantastic. I may have to do my go-to to escape from the cops.
Whoa! No!
Well, I killed this guy. That's cool. Guess the Joker's having some luck. Okay, back to the movie review. There's some scenes with some intense stuff going on. I'm not gonna spoil anything. Not gonna spoil anything. It's really intense. There's a powerful message. And that message can be reverberated amongst the losers, the freaks, and the geeks. People that are treated like trash their whole life. But violence is never the answer. So it's a wrong message in that violence is the answer, I guess you could say. And that doesn't give away anything. Joker has always used violence in every single instance, except maybe the 60s version of the TV show when he was a little bit nicer and just used smoke bombs. But ever since the Jack Nicholson 1989 Joker, he's been full of violence, and that's the path that Joker has been on ever since. We have, after Jack Nicholson, of course, Heath Ledger. Amazing performance. I loved Jack Nicholson's performance. Personally, Jack Nicholson is my favorite Joker, but this is beside the point. Heath Ledger, amazing job, won an Oscar playing the Joker posthumously. Rest in peace. And we have Jared Leto. Unfortunately, whether it was the costume designer and the script writers, he got a bad gig. He does have an Oscar. He's a good actor, but his Joker happens to be garbage. So, I mean, whether it's his fault or not, they made him basically a Russian gangster-looking mobster with a bunch of tattoos. The Joker would never have a damaged tattoo on his forehead. Anyway, that's beside the point. We're up to the future. I guess there couldn't have been a good Joker without a bad Joker in between the Heath Ledger Joker. But the Heath Ledger Joker, he's burning a pile of money, which looks like $1 billion. Heath Ledger is burning, which looks like $1 billion pile of money. And he's like, I don't need money. My methods of destruction are gasoline and dynamite. And those both are cheap. They're dirt cheap. And so Heath Ledger's Joker is very anti-money. Very anti-elite. He doesn't like Bruce Wayne. He doesn't like piles of money. So he's not the typical gangster. He's legitimately crazy. And you could say the same thing about Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. We already know he has a journal. It looks like he's deranged. That's not new. That's not new. But what is new is this script. It's a new script. I don't know if I need to bank some money or not. I just got 130. Gonna bank that money real quick. Okay, Joaquin Phoenix. He did an amazing job. He dances to the music, and he says this on Jimmy Kimmel, so this is not a spoiler. He said it's the only time in his movie career that he was influenced by the score of the movie, influenced by the music of the movie, the score, because he got to know what the score was before the shooting. So Todd Phillips secured the rights to songs that he really wanted to play during certain scenes. He had a vision in his head. He wanted that. And so Joaquin Phoenix was able to dance to the music that they were going to use in the actual movie. That's usually not the case. Usually it's the other way around. Usually they score the movie after the fact. I guess the movie Thief, the director of the movie Thief really wanted to use a Pink Floyd song, and he did use it, and then he tried to get permission, and Pink Floyd said no. So he had to hire a studio musician to make a rip-off of a Pink Floyd song. I don't know whatever happened to that, but it's called Final Confrontation. It's the guitar solo to Comfortably Numb at the very end of the movie Thief, starring James Caan. Very cool movie. Check that out. That's just one example of, yes, occasionally the director knows exactly what they want to put in the movie, score-wise, music-wise. Like Singing in the Rain and Clockwork Orange. Malcolm McDowell, Stanley Kubrick said, I want to do something unusual here, something different, like dancing or singing. And Stanley Kubrick said to Malcolm McDowell, do you know any songs? Can you sing any songs? And Malcolm McDowell said, I can't sing too many songs. I don't know too many songs. I know Singing in the Rain. Singing in the rain, singing in the rain. And Kubrick liked it so much that he secured the rights, $10,000 for the movie rights for Singing in the Rain. And so they didn't even know until after the fact whether they would get those rights, secure those rights. And I heard the star of the Singing in the Rain movie, very famous movie, hated the Clockwork Orange scene, and it repulsed it. But it fits. It's a perfect fit for that movie. It makes that scene iconic. Then they play the full song in the credits on Clockwork Orange. Back to Joker. It's definitely an iconic movie. Will it win an Oscar? I don't know. It might. It might win an Oscar. It has Oscar buzz. I think Joaquin, he could win an Oscar. He lost a lot of weight, but that doesn't guarantee you an Oscar, losing 60 pounds. But he lost about 60 pounds, I have to estimate. I don't know exactly how much. But he lost a lot of weight. You can see his ribs sticking out in the movie. It's pretty gross. It's pretty disgusting. Is what it is, you know. He wanted his character to be a lowly, dire straits. You know, he's taking care of his mom. I don't want to give away anything. I'm not going to give away a single thing. Check it out. Check out the movie for yourself. It's, I guess, controversial, but I liked it. There's a few drawbacks, but I don't want to mention those drawbacks because it'll spoil a little bit. But the movie, The King of Comedy, most definitely we already knew in advance that Todd Phillips watched The King of Comedy. And we know that he saw a Suicide Squad movie poster with the Joker with Jared Leto. Because he said he saw a Joker billboard. We know that. The Joker billboard he saw inspired him to make a Joker movie that was actually good. So we know for a fact he was the Jared Leto Joker. And he did accomplish that. He made a good Joker movie. I like the fact that there's Bruce Wayne as a kid, and this is all about Joker, not about Bruce Wayne. But, you know, they incorporate the Waynes. They incorporate different things. Wow, looks like the gangsters are taking out the cops. That's one way to do it. That's what this movie's. That's what this game's about. Just shooting the cops. No big deal. I have nothing against cops. But the movie, I don't think the movie has anything to do with cops either. Joker may or may not have a confrontation here or there because he's the Joker. He constantly gets arrested by the cops in the comic books, in the cartoons. Then he magically escapes. Nothing like that in this movie that I remember. Or is it? I don't want to give away anything. It's just there's a few scenes that I didn't like. There is one review that said Joker's too full of itself. And I see where he's coming from. Because Joker dances really slow to the music. And this isn't spoiling anything. He dances really slow to the music, one or two too many times. I would say at least one too many times. When you see him dancing on the steps, it's cool. It's iconic. You're like, wow, that's pretty cool. I like that. Because that indicates his official transformation into Joker when he's dancing on the steps. A lot of people have already said that. That's not me. That's other people having said that. But here are the cool gangster cars you can get in GTA 5. I have the full set. I can show you the full set just to prove. Now, I don't have the full set. There are some mega rare spawns, which I can try to get. The green car is easy to get because the gangsters rarely drive the green car. Looks like I have a wound on my head from whatever the case. So this purple car, you're going to want to wait for the guy to get away from the gang hood. Because these guys, the second you attack one of them, they all attack you. Kind of like the movie. There's a scene in the movie where you attack one, they all attack you. You know, it's just... Or is it? It's kind of like misdirection. So you want to cut off the block of the view, or the ability to move. And this guy has a gun, so you got to watch out. Because this guy is going to fight back. And his gang members are already shooting at me. But there's no difference between the green and the purple car concerning spawnage. In this game, when you're driving a car, the car you're driving will be duplicated by the spawn process. It's very unusual. And here is a spawned car right now. It's a peyote. It's way better than this one. This is the Elite, the best gangster car in the game. It's called the peyote. It's very cool. It's one of my favorite cars in the game, this one. A lot of people just see it as, it's just an old-timey lowrider, but I like it. This is one of my favorite cars. I already have, like, almost every variation of this car. Back to the Joker review. I'm trying to get the rare maroon version, which spawns. I'll show you where it spawns. Joaquin Phoenix. He's crazy, so you feel sorry for him, because you feel sorry for him. Okay, right here is where the rare, super rare gangster cars spawn. They all spawn right here. There's always an NPC driving them out, and they usually go this way. So I'm going to go in circles trying to get this spawn to happen, which it probably won't. But Joaquin Phoenix's character, the Joker, he's legitimately crazy, alright? We know this from the previews. So you feel sorry for him because he's crazy. He's treated like trash. So not only is he treated like trash, and he's in dire straits, but people treat him badly. And so, no, violence is never the answer. When people treat you badly 24/7, and Joaquin Phoenix said this, the movie doesn't teach morality. Joaquin Phoenix said, if you don't have morals before you went into the movie's not going to teach you and program your brain to have morals. So don't walk into a movie and then exactly emulate what you just saw. And the audience is already going to know this. This is common sense. So perhaps someone who's legitimately crazy would be the only type of person that would do such a thing. I hope and I don't think it will ever happen. If it does, it would be horrible. Let's just hope it doesn't happen. I didn't see anything suspicious at my screening. I watched the movie last night at 10 p.m. Interestingly, the tickets were sold out almost. And then when I get there, there's many. I wouldn't say many, but there's a good number of good number of empty seats. Probably, maybe 25% empty seats. Yet on the Fandango thing, it showed as sold out. So I thought that was unusual. Some people canceled their wanting to watch it. I had seat number N13 in the very back. And just full disclosure, I'm going to watch Joker tonight for the second time at 6 p.m. in a couple hours. So I reserved 2 screenings before I ever watched it. The big IMAX is where I watched it from the back seat. And then a close theater close to my house, I'm going to watch it from the rail, a little bit closer. And yes, I'm trying to see if this thing spawns. It is yet to spawn. I wanted there to be a little more violence. And I can show you some violence, drive-by shooting. What happens when you do drive-by shooting is the whole gang starts shooting at you. The whole gang. They're pretty good aim. I was pretty far away when they were still shooting at me. And they're bringing their whole gang, the whole crew. They're coming for me. Oh, crud. Now there's a second gang I just sparked off. Oh my gosh, there's a guy on the roof. That's rare. You rarely see that. This is my go-to hiding spot, and GTA knows about this because they make in the daytime too bright to snipe. But Joker, back to Joker. You know, I do occult reviews. I wouldn't say there's anything occult in the movie. I could say this. Joker is a failed stand-up comedian. We already know this. He goes to a club called Pogo's. In the Gotham universe, there's a stand-up comedy club called Pogo's. And this is where movie magic plays a role. Because the Joker character, Arthur Fleck, he writes jokes for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, maybe years. We don't know how long he's been working on his journal. But his journal has jokes in there, and it has other things, I'm sure. But like I said, it's inspired by Heath Ledger's actual journal that he used to create his Joker character in The Dark Knight. But Arthur Fleck, he says he's writing new material, that he's a stand-up comedian, and like the movie King of Comedy, there may or may not be scenes of delusions where you don't know if it's real or not real. Now, I would say 9 times out of 10 I knew when it was a delusion and when it wasn't. 9 times out of 10. Maybe a singular time I wasn't sure. So the movie, as Joaquin Phoenix said on Jimmy Kimmel, keeps you guessing. The movie does keep you guessing. So that's the interesting part about it. There are twists and turns. Obviously not for the second time when I watch it tonight. But I went to the restroom in the middle of the movie and I missed 3 minutes of screen time. So I want to go back. I want to see those 3 minutes. I don't think they were pinnacle 3 minutes, but I definitely want to get the whole movie, A to Z. And so Joaquin Phoenix's character, Arthur Fleck, walks into the comedy store and you see the routine, and then later in the movie you see, again, a comedian. And in real life, a wannabe comedian writing a couple jokes, especially in the state of Arthur Fleck, who we know is the Joker origin story, who we know is unstable. The chances, I guess you could say a lot of comedians in real life are unstable. That is actually pretty fair to say. A lot of comedians are legitimately unstable. But maybe not as unstable. Ooh, there's a purple peyote. It's the same difference, but I'm gonna get this purple peyote. So Arthur Fleck, we know is unstable. Yet, I already knew before the scene started, and I'm not giving anything away, that the chances of a nobody actually performing a full routine at a comedy store, comedy club, Laugh Factory, whatever the case may be, Funny Bone, these different comedy stores, comedy clubs. Wow, this NPC is driving on the sidewalk. That's unusual. He got flustered with this other car being in his way. This is the worst driving NPC I've ever seen in my life. Oh wow, we got a... I could show you, we have a dollar sign above us. That's why it's so light. Oh my gosh. I got in this car and it triggered stealing their car when I didn't steal their car. I forgot about that trigger. I thought because it was a green car that it wouldn't trigger, but I was wrong. No matter what color car you're driving. No matter what color car you're driving, the NPCs will think you're stealing their car, even when it's not. So I got wasted by the gangsters, no big deal. Joker, okay, I'm talking about the comedy club. So he gets to perform stand-up, and we already know this from the previews, at the comedy club that he goes to. He gets to perform. Some random crazy guy gets to perform at the comedy club. Before the scene happened, I was like, you know what? This is unrealistic. You can't even open mic night get in. There's open mic night at the Comedy Store, for example, on Monday nights, because it's supposedly the least popular night of comedy. Monday. I mean, who goes to a comedy club on Monday? Not too many people, right? So I was there on Monday at the actual Comedy Store, and I didn't see any process for putting your name in a hat. So perhaps you have to get there super early. I didn't see any even process to do it. So even on open mic night where you put your name in a hat and they could pick you, there wasn't even the process. So I didn't go there with the anticipation. I just happened to go there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on vacation. Worst vacation ever. Don't go to a comedy club on your vacation. No matter how big a fan you are of comedy, don't do it. Period. Just go the regular Friday, Saturday nights regularly and have fun, blah, blah, blah. I planned too far in advance, and you know, it's kind of a self-sabotaging thing. But what I can say is this. A regular human being can't get on stage at a comedy club like Arthur Fleck did in The Joker. So that is the most fantastical fantasy thing. I guess they didn't want to show the process of him begging for an open mic night for screen time purposes. That makes total sense. The Joker being a comedian actually is a very plausible thing. He's the Joker, alright? Are his jokes funny? You tell me. I'm not going to spoil or ruin anything. But, you know, he gets up there, and you can see in the previews, he sees himself on TV, and he's overjoyed. And then he sees himself made fun of, and then he's sad. And I'm not going to ruin anything. I'm not going to spoil a single thing. But, you know, there's delusions in the script writing as well, not just in Joker's head. So there's dance scenes which go on and on. The director focuses in on Joaquin Phoenix's while he's dancing. I think there's one too many dance scenes. Not a big deal. Not gonna really ruin the movie. Okay, not gonna spoil anything. Not going to. I would give the movie 4 stars out of 5. Uh-oh, here's an oppressor.
How you doing, Oos? Headed to the office, call you later.
4 times out of 5. 4 stars out of 5 is what I would give it. And if it was out of 10, maybe 8 stars out of 10. I know that's not the mathematical equivalent to 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. But I think there's a couple flaws in the movie which don't take away from Joaquin Phoenix potentially winning the Oscar. He gave a brilliant performance, A to Z. He did a great job. He obviously lost a lot of weight. I hope they bring back the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Todd Phillips didn't write off the idea of bringing back Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. He said, I don't think we're going to see a future Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie, but I don't discount the possibility. He said something to that effect. So I like to hear that. That's cool. Now, I didn't like the fact that Joker was super, super skinny, but it fit. It fit the movie. It fit the character. It fit his dire straits. It exaggerated the scenario, the conditions he was in, by also, despite his surroundings, also he himself looked like his surroundings. And I can see the Joker character as Joaquin Phoenix. I think I killed him. Did I? Okay, the gangsters killed him. That's funny. The gangsters killed him. So what happened was I killed him. Almost. I had him like 99 health down. And then the NPCs did the final kill shot. Because they were triggered. Ooh, yeah. There's no way I didn't kill him, dude. I made like 2 shots on the guy with a sniper rifle. See, I need to level up. This is my second GTA 5 account. I made it Joker themed for obvious reasons. I'm a huge fan of the Joker, so I'm potentially seeing some Marvel fans that, oh, I hate the Joker. It's DC. That's DC. I hate the Joker. It's DC, man. That's DC. That's a really robotic, programmed mindset. Really robotic, really programmed. In no way, shape, or form do I care if something's DC or Marvel. I'll watch Marvel movies. I'll watch DC movies. But I personally prefer the Joker. And I have since age 9. I found another peyote. The Vatos, the Yellow Gang. These are all fictional gangs, based on real gangs, obviously. But, oh, great. Now these guys are griefing me, but I don't care because I wanted fights and gang wars to happen while I made this review. So he gets on stage at the comedy club, gives a routine, and the routine gets made fun of on TV. What are the chances some random nobody gets filmed?
God damn it!
Very unlikely. Very unlikely. So, you know. But the King of Comedy is a huge inspiration. If you haven't seen the King of Comedy, check it out. The King of Comedy has Jerry Lewis as the talk show host that's idolized by the Robert De Niro character. And in Joker, Robert De Niro plays the Jerry Lewis character. So the tables are turned. Robert De Niro. You could say this could be a sequel of The King of Comedy, but it's not. It's a different universe. It's Gotham. But it could be. And you see a comedian who's unstable, unlikeliest chance of getting on stage at a comedy store, club, whatever the case, comedy club. And then he's filmed on top of that. And the film is seen by that Robert De Niro character playing a talk show. It's like a David Letterman type, hugely popular talk show. The same character Jerry Lewis played. He was always a David Letterman type character. And, you know, he made fun of him. You can see that in the previews. I don't want to ruin anything. The takeaway. Walking away from the movie. What are the... I was going to do a much more eloquent review than this scatterbrained review in GTA 5, but, I think this fits. I think this is fine. But, Joker. Dang it. I wanted players to do that, not NPCs. That messed up my whole plan. Kick butt. At least I got revenge on that guy. Okay. Joker, does he get revenge? You know, I mean, he may or may not get revenge. Watch the movie for yourself. I'm not going to spoil anything. But, okay. Joaquin Phoenix, Todd Phillips, Joker. Movie review. So, it's a good movie. It's going to be talked about for years, Jimmy Kimmel said. Jimmy Kimmel did a really ugly thing by playing some behind the scenes of Joaquin talking to the cinematographer, Larry. So the cinematographer, Larry, was whispering, according to Joaquin. Is this a rare spawned car? I gotta find out if this silver car is rare. I'm not sure. I think that's a rare spawn. I just lost it. I already have that silver rare spawn. It may or may not be the rare silver gangster car. It disappeared by now, not a big deal. Ooh, is it still there? Sweet. I'm not sure if this is the rare silver gangster car or not. Is it the rare one? I'm trying to look at it. Okay, the wheels are not gold, so no. This is not the rare silver gangster car. Okay, it's double checking. Here we have a pretty cool little gangster attack side mission you can do. See, this car spawned because I'm driving the same car in purple. That's how the game works. It always not always, but the algorithm increases the spawn rate of the car you're driving. So there's a pretty fun little gangster attack side mission right here. But the thing is, because of these other players, it's gonna be jacked up. These other players might come to get me. But, let's do it. Let's do the mission.
I'm gonna give you a hand start, bitch! Got that hot man for you! Watch out! Damn, they hit the wing!
Ah! Getting shot at by someone. Ah, these last two are really taking pretty good shots at them. Jeez Louise, dude. This gun sucks. I just wanted to try this gun out. Finally. Whew. Gang attack passed. Almost died. So Joker doesn't go on any rampages with any Rambo machine gun scenarios like this. Or does he? I don't want to ruin the movie for you. Would I buy the DVD for Joker? Would I buy it? I mean, I might buy it. I might buy it, yeah. I probably would. But, I wouldn't let my kids watch it if I had kids, which I don't have any kids, but if I had kids, I would not let them watch it. It's not a family-friendly movie. It is 100% for adults only. Adults that can tell the difference between what's right and wrong. Don't emulate this. Don't copy this. But it's definitely a dark Joker universe. It's pretty dark. It's dark stuff. Is it darker than Heath Ledger's Joker? Let me think. Well, Heath Ledger just had the script to work with. Heath Ledger just had the script. Heath Ledger's Joker might have been just as crazy, but we didn't have the backstory. With the backstory, it's an unfair advantage of the backstory, obviously. But they could be equally dark. Heath Ledger's Joker and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. They could be equally dark. Here's another example of the same car spawning because I'm driving the same car. Collecting the gangster cars is old school. It's old. Everyone knows it. It's old information. Well, let me show you my gangster car collection. This is my second GTA account. I lost my last account. I lost it. I 100% played the game to the strict rules of following everything. Except for probably 1 week into playing. I was changing the color on one of my cars. You can modify your car's color, paint job, wheels, hood, front bumper, back bumper, the license plate, really down to great details. What type of lights you want on the front. Extreme details you can modify your car. But a different type of modifying is the cheating kind of modding. And I've never cheated modded like that. I don't know how, I don't have it. I guess it's a program you can get, and when you run that program, they can detect you using it and they can ban you. But I've never used it. But I was minding my own business as a brand new player 1 week in. And I was actually at this exact... I remember, like yesterday. I was at this... And I can show you the process, but... I was at Los Santos Customs. I was at this exact shop. Probably with a newbie car that I got off the street like this one. And I was just doing a respray, but I'm not gonna repair this vehicle. This is a vehicle I'm gonna dump. I was just changing the color, and someone put, we're talking like 10 million. Right now I have 894,000 because there was a recent 1 million giveaway for free. Everyone that logs in gets a million. And I've been spending it like crazy, and I have only 894,000 left. But some hacker modder put 10 million into everyone in the whole game's account. Not everyone in the entire game, but everyone in the lobby. You can see these are the people playing this lobby. There I am, Joker. There's a guy with a Joker mask. Anyway, he put 10 million in my account against my will. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, all right. So of course I spent it. Of course I bought some cars. And fast forward, they said that was cheating. I didn't do it though. It was against my will. I was a brand new player at the time. So anyway, this is my gangster car collection. We have the Albany Buccaneer in green from the Green Gang. We have the Albany Buccaneer from the Purple Gang. We have the Albany Manana from the Green Gang and the Purple Gang. Yes, it's the same car, but I wanted the whole collection, okay? I'm OCD like that. I wanted the whole collection. My favorite out of all the gang cars is the Vapid Peyote. So I got the purple and the green. The DeClass Tornado convertible. You could see it has the smog coming out the sides. And then we have the Tornado DeClass insured. They're all insured. A gangster car, hard top, and it doesn't have. Oh, look at that! It does. It does have the side exhaust, but it's a little disguised on the edge. Wow, that's cool. So it's disguised on the edge like that, but it's only disguised on the edge with these hardtop versions. Wow, so that's interesting. And you can see the wheels are just silver. They're just chrome color, just chrome, but very cool. You know, this is the full collection, all five. These are 10 cars that took a considerable number of hours to get. And I'll show you my other cars. And this is a brand new account I just started. One week ago. I started this account 1 week ago because my other account got taken down. It's still there, but I got a false suspension warning. And when they do that, they delete the character. They delete all my cars. If this is 1 week of working on cars, just think of what 3 years of working on cars would have been like. So my 3-year 75 car account got deleted. I'll get it back, but when I get it back, it's going to be level 1 with 0 cars. So I'm just going to dump it. Here I have every 5 of the yellow gang. We have the Buccaneer, the Manana, my favorite, the Peyote, the Tornado, convertible, and hardtop. And right here, they may not look like much. They may not look like much, but right here are 2 super ultra rare gangster cars. They spawn once in a blue moon. Let me tell you how rarely these guys spawn. We have the convertible silver Tornado with the exhaust on the side. We have the purple Albany Manana with, you can see, gold, special gold wheels. Okay, this one doesn't have gold wheels. It has just like a flat disc wheel. That's interesting. But these are 2 of the rarest cars that can spawn in the game. And it has a really cool pearlescent purple. And yes, you could theoretically get this car like this, but to get those wheels, those are Benny's wheels. To get those wheels, you'd have to pay like $500,000 to upgrade a car, $500,000. I could get this Manana, which is the same car, and I could give it that paint job, and I can give it those wheels, but it would cost $500,000. But it wouldn't be the same because this is spawned straight off the street. I got these 2 rare gangster cars in the same area I showed you they spawned at on one single server in the space of a decent number of hours, probably 4 hours. I went back and forth for 4 hours and I got 2 rare gangster cars because he was a rare spawning server. That's something I learned. Rare spawning servers. And then these are just garbage vehicles that I don't need. But I can show you my pride and joy, my very favorite car right now currently. My pride and joy, my very favorite car right now is the Ocelot Swinger. You see all the players leaving? I just got kicked from the server. Either by the server or by the players. It's hard to say. But now I'm in a server by myself. This is fantastic. Anyway, my pride and joy, my very favorite car, is the Ocelot Swinger. I bought the Ocelot Swinger with my last account right before it got taken down. But I just won the Ocelot Swinger at the casino for free. And I won the DeClass Mamba at the casino for free. These are the two casino cars I've won. Here is the DeClass Voodoo. And I customized it with Joker, purple, and green internals. I haven't finished it yet. And so it doesn't have a purple paint job yet. I'm going to give it the midnight purple paint job, and I'm going to make it pearlescent. This is a rare upgrade to this car, which is usually rusty. You can see it occasionally driving around really rusty. I took it to Benny's and I upgraded the heck out of it. We can take it to Benny's right now, since I'm on a server by myself. It really ticks me off when it kind of boots me for no reason, but it did. This review is going for way too long, I understand. Is what it is. No big deal. But the Joker. You know, it's a phenomenal movie. I recommend it. 4 stars out of 5. Maybe 4.5 stars out of 5. 8 stars out of 10. Maybe 9 stars out of 10. I liked it a lot, alright? Very violent. Clockwork Orange without the 1970s freaking to the freak A, dude. I'll pay the fees, I'll pay the fines, I don't care anymore. But every time you jack up your car, it costs big money. Big money. This is my Joker mobile. I don't think I can do it midnight purple because I don't think I have the unlocks.
Be quick, what you need.
Alright. Jeez Louise, dude.
There you go.
So this car is worth $252,000. That's how much it cost me to upgrade it, give or take. Is Midnight purple? Yeah, it's still locked. I need to achieve 10 more best laps. Oh, that's Midnight blue. That's Midnight blue. No, where's Midnight purple? Woo! Midnight purple. Yes. So you get to see live my transformation. Before, it was just black. Alright, it's pretty ugly. It's an ugly black. It's like grayish, graphite, whatever. But this Midnight purple is what it's all about. I just bought it. Midnight perp. Heck yeah. This is the Joker mobile. I'm gonna have the plate say Joker in the future, but that costs $250,000, so I'll do that later. There's a little trick to getting the internal seat purple. I painted the car purple and black before I brought it into Benny's, and he defaulted those colors, purple and black, to the seats. Internally purple and the black on the outside. This definitely is pearlescent already, but you can add pearlescent on top of that. You do that by going to the pearlescent tab. It's already bright purple. That's probably where I want it to be, but I'm curious what lime green will look like. What? Purple with green looks like that? That's too green. Nah, I like it like this, and I'll tell you why. Now I'm going to do a livery. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I've always pronounced it. Heck yeah. I got the green pinstripes. I think I'm doing this, and I'll show you the other options, but I think this is best for the Joker Mobile because it's green. It may not look like the best, but let me show you the options. I can't do blue. I can't do this. This is not my style. This isn't the Joker style. These aren't Joker colors. As much as I like these, they're not Joker colors. Not Joker colors. We have a succubus. Some ghost lady all over the car. That's kind of cool. It just doesn't fit in with the Joker's purple and green. So I'm going with this. I'm just doing it. I'm just gonna
Scratch it now.
there it is. There it is. This is the Joker Mobile. I've pimped it out totally. Joker review. Okay. Joker review has turned into this, but I already knew it was going to turn into this. Not a big deal. So, now if I sell it, it's worth a little bit more. Trunk. What can I do with the trunk? I can put speakers in the trunk. But you can't see those, so that's dumb. Wheels are too expensive. I can't afford it right now. I'll do wheels in the future. I can't afford that this exact second. I'm going to do limo dark. Or do I want it? Because you can see this cool internal. So what I wanted to do was the bumpers. Ooh, look at this. We have Does this look better? Does this genuinely look better? I gotta really look at it from different angles here. Got that, got this. That, this. Yeah, heavy chrome looks pretty good. I'm liking it. We can do ultra details. We're talking the chassis covers. We're talking everything. Do I like those stars? Yes or no? Do the stars make it look tacky? This car already is as tacky as it gets. Does it really matter at this point? I don't like the stars, but I don't like much of it. Let's just leave it as is for the time being. No, I don't like that. Okay. Here we have the basic trim, which is chrome. But we can change that chrome to match the trim job. That looks horrendous. I don't care if it's green, it just looks bad. Okay, we have purple and green going on. I don't particularly like it though. Even though it matches the hood, chrome looked better, you know? Okay. We got purple and green. Alright. That's just lucky for me that purple and green happen to be two options. Okay. So purple look better? Or the green? You know, I'm gonna have to say I like chrome better. I think I like chrome better. Alright, it's no big deal. Exhaust. You can't even see the exhaust right now. Okay, it's way down there. Now it's up here. I'll wait until I can get the good one. Oh. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get that upgraded grill. But I have to be rank 34. So here's my new Joker Mobile. I like it personally. I think it's pretty cool. I know it's over the top, but it's supposed to be over the top. That's the whole point. It's a low rider. So I'm going to take it back to my garage. But Joker, I recommend it. There's a few things I would change, but it's easy to be critical, all right? It's easy to say, I would do this better, I would do that better. But realistically, I wouldn't have done a good as job to begin with. So I can't be too critical. I can tell you this. My number one criticism of the movie is when Todd Phillips takes a page out of the book of The King of Comedy, starring Robert De Niro as the deranged guy and Jerry Lewis as the talk show host guy, whose roles were reversed in this movie. And it's not that character. It's not the Robert De Niro character. It's not even the Joker. It's the directing itself. There is a scene where they show you and tell you stuff. They show to you and reveal to you stuff that they didn't need to. So it comes off a little bit talking down to the audience, a little bit. It's not excessive, and I guess it's for the viewers that weren't paying attention, watching it half asleep. But you didn't need it to be pointed out to you. It over the top already told you, all right? It already over the top is obvious to me. I didn't need any explanation. You know, this pinstriping is a little bit annoying, but I wanted to go with it. I already planned on it, okay? As far as the purple, I might change the purple paint job. It doesn't pop. It's not as bright as it should be. I think I'm going to go with bright purple and then pearlescent something else. I'll do that in the future. No big deal. This is my Joker mobile. Pretty proud of it because it was a rust bucket. And I've upgraded it all the way to this point. This is my favorite car. And the fact that it's purple is just happenstance. I turned the wheel green to make it green and purple. But you can see this car is a racer. And it handles very nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this up to my other garage way up here. Just so I can get some racing time with it. But until next time, I thank you for watching. No, I'm not going to do more GTA videos. Unless you want me to. I'm a fan of this game, even though it's old. Even though they took out my last account incorrectly. I guess I got to be more careful. But until next time, this has been John Razimus with Movie Review. I guess I'll call it. What should I call this? Movie Review? John Razimus with the Movie Review. I'll try to come up with a better name. Movie Review, John Razimus Movie Review. The Joker, starring Joaquin Phoenix, directed by Todd Phillips. Very interesting movie. Very interesting. It's definitely worth checking out. I have to watch it tonight, so I have to cut this short. If not cut it long, I apologize for it being too long. I thank you for watching. Until next time, be seeing you.